So today we will start the new lesson, different ecosystem. Different ecosystem. So in the different ecosystem, my voice is clear? You know very well, all the living organisms are made up of cell. Cell is the basic unit of the organism. Cell is the fundamental unit of the organism. Cell is the structural functional unit of the organism. Cell is the building blocks of the organism. Is it correct? So, cells, all the cells united to form a tissues, all the tissues united to form a organ, all the organ united to form a organ system, all the organ system united to form a organism, all the organism united to form a population, all the population united to form a biosphere, ecosystem, all the ecosystem united to form a biosphere. Yes or no? So that means here what I am saying, cell is the basic unit of the organism. Largest unit is known as the biosphere. Largest unit is called biosphere. Actually, the structural functional unit of the biosphere is called ecosystem. What is that? Ecosystem. The structural functional unit of the biosphere is called ecosystem. Okay. In that ecosystem you see here, so largest one is the biosphere, smallest one is the cell. Next, another definition, what is a habitat? Habitat means the natural, okay, habitat is the, okay, small, okay, dwelling place of the organism. Okay, habitat is a dwelling place of the plants and animals is called habitat. Okay, so this ecosystem word coined by the A.G. Tonsley, very important. Who coined the word ecosystem? A.G. Tonsley. The word ecosystem was coined by the A.G. Tonsley. So many competitive examination asking that cell was discovered by Robert Hooke. Nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown. Okay. So ecosystem word coined by the A.G. Tonsley. A.G. Tonsley. So interrelationship between the biotic and abiotic components can be studied as a part of the ecosystem. Actually, what is the meaning of the ecosystem? Biotic components depend upon the abiotic component. Abiotic components are depend upon the biotic component. Interrelationship between the biotic components and abiotic components is called ecosystem. Okay, you know ecology? Do you know ecology? Ecology is a branch of science. It deals with that environment and its surrounding is called ecology. Okay. Cytology. Cytology is a branch of science. It deals with the cells. Okay. Ecology. Ecology means, ecology is a branch of science. It deals with that okay, surroundings and their environment. Okay. Ecology is a branch of science. It deals with the surroundings and their environment is called ecology. So ecosystem word coined by the A.G. Tonsley, interrelationship between the biotic component and abiotic. So biotic components means nothing but plants and animals. Plants, animals and microorganisms. Microorganisms. Plants, animals, microorganisms. Abiotic components means, okay, soil, okay, water, sunlight, okay. So these are the abiotic component or non-biotic component. For example, photosynthesis you know very well. Yes or no? 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives rise sunlight and chlorophyll C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. This is the equation for the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis equation you know very well. Green plants they are taking to the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. That is nothing but non-abiotic component. Abiotic component. Water. So that is also abiotic component. And sunlight, abiotic components. Okay, they can synthesize their own food. That is nothing but glucose. We are directly or indirectly depend upon the plant. So that's why biotic components like plants depend upon the abiotic component. Abiotic components they are depend upon the biotic component. There is no interrelationship. There is no interrelationship between the abiotic components and non-abiotic component. There is no meaning. So that's why abiotic components and biotic components are interdependent to each other. That is known as the ecosystem. Is it clear? So who that kind that word ecosystem? AG? What is the meaning of the ecosystem? Interrelationship between the abiotic component, biotic and abiotic components can be studied as a part of the ecosystem. Okay, the dwelling place of the plants and animals. The dwelling place of the plants and animals is called habitat. The dwelling place means nothing but home. Which is the home that is. So actually after the 4:30, 4 o'clock ring the bell, we can reach it to our home. At the same, either plant or animal they can grow at their home. Dwelling place of the plants is known as the habitat. Dwelling place of the plants and animals is called habitat. Habitat is a small level of the ecosystem. Biome is the big one. So in the ecosystem, okay, so in the ecosystem actually, okay, in the ecosystem habitat is the smallest unit. Habitat is the smallest unit. Largest unit is known as the biome or biosphere. Biosphere or biome. Is it clear? Habitat means what? The dwelling place of the plants and animals is called habitat. Smallest unit in the ecosystem is the habitat and largest unit is known as the biosphere or biome. Next, plants and animals and microorganisms are biotic components in the ecosystem. Actually in the ecosystem what are the biotic components? Plants, animals and microorganisms. Plants, animals, microorganism. Plants, animals and microorganisms are known as the microorganisms is known as the, okay, so biotic component. What are the abiotic component? Abiotic component nothing but soil, water, sunlight, pressure, pH, okay, everything with which have not life, that is all or belongs to the non-abiotic component. Is it clear? Next, so all the organism in the ecosystem need energy to survive. So that means every organism required to the energy. Why the every organism required to the energy? Without energy that organism cannot survive. Yes or no? So that means every organism required to that energy because of the survival of the organism. These are the energy getting from where? The main source of the energy getting from the sunlight only. The major source of the energy getting from the sunlight only. Solar energy in the plant, solar energy converted into the chemical energy. Okay, solar energy. So that means ultimate source of the energy is the sunlight. These are the plants are depend upon the sunlight, that solar energy converted into the chemical energy in the form of glucose or starch. When we can eat that chemical energy giving to the food, if you are eat the food, you are getting to the energy. Is it clear? So that means all the organism is an ecosystem need energy to survive. Sun is the main source of the energy for the all the organism. Very important point. Sun is the, who is the main source of the energy for the all the living organism? What is the answer? What is the answer? Dash is the main source of the energy for the all the living organism. Sun is the main source of the all the living organism. So here plants drop solar energy through the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis mechanism, this is occurs in the presence of sunlight. There is no sunlight, there is no energy. There is no sunlight, there is no energy. So that's why all the living organism like plants, they are depend upon the directly on that plants depend upon the sunlight. So next, food relation in the ecosystem is called. What are the relations in the food? That is called food chain. In the food chain, you can see that food chain. In the bottom, who are present? Producers are present. Who are present? Producers. Second level, who are present? Consumers. Third level, who are present? Okay, decomposers. Okay, producers, consumer, decomposers. Okay, so producers, who are the producer? All the green plants known as the producer. All the green plant. Which of the organism they can synthesize their own food? That organism is nothing but producer. If you see the any food chain, who is the large number is present? Nothing but producer. So why? Because every organism depend upon the plants only. So that's why in the every ecosystem producers is the large number. Yes or no? So consumer. So how many consumers are present? Three types of the consumers are present. One is the primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. So these are also known as the herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. Herbivores means which of the organism they can eat only plant and plant product is called herbivores. Carnivores means what? Which of the organism they can eat, okay, animals only, that is called, this is the herbivores, this is the carnivores, this is called omnivores. So that means which of the organism they can eat that another animal, that is called carnivores. Example, cat, okay, cat, lion, tiger, cheetah, like. Herbivores example what? Cow, buffalo, donkey. Okay, so especially these are the example. Omnivores means which of the organism they can eat the plant product and animal product is known as the omnivores. Example of the omnivores is the human being. Okay, second one is the bear, and third one is the so actually dog also belongs to the omnivores. These are the example. Next, decomposer. Decomposers means if the which of the organism they can dead and decaying matter, that is nothing but help to the decomposer. Decomposers example is the bacteria and fungi is the decomposers. If the plant and animals when they are died, these are the dead organism, they can decaying in that soil because of the help of that decomposer. Decomposers are nothing but bacteria and fungi. So in the food chain who are present? 3 levels are present. In the first level, producer, second level, consumer, third level, decomposer. Producers are nothing but all the green plant. Okay, all the living organisms they are depend upon the plant and plant product. Which of the organism they can depend upon the producer, that is called consumer. In the consumer who are present? Primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. Primary consumer nothing but herbivores. Which of the organism they can eat the plant and plant product? Cow, buffalo, donkey. Okay, so these are the examples. Carnivores means which of the organism they can eat another organism, that is known as the carnivores. Example, lion, tiger, cat, cheetah, these are. Omnivores means which of the organism they can eat the plant product and animal product is called omnivores. Example, human being, bear, dog, crow, these are the examples. Decomposer, when the dead and decaying organism they can decay in the soil because of the decomposer, nothing but bacteria and fungi. Is it clear? Avinash. So next point, a group of the food chain forms a food web. A group of the food chain. Food chain means, for example, here you can write paddy. Okay, paddy they can eat the actually cow. Cow actually eat the lion. Lion after eat the beer. Beer after next bacteria or fungi. So that means a group of the food chain form a food web. So that means paddy was eaten by the cow was eaten by the lion was eaten by the bear. When the bear is died, that bacteria and fungi help to the decompose. So that is called food web. Yes or no? Next, energy accumulated by the plants in the ecosystem is called primary production. Actually, energy. So with the help of the plant, they can utilize it to the solar energy and they can synthesize their own food. What are the energies stored in the plant? That is known as the primary production. The energy accumulated by the plants in the ecosystem is called primary production. The total energy produced during the photosynthesis, that is called gross primary production. We can say that we can keep like that PG. Gross primary production. Energy stored in the organic matter produced in that is called net primary production. We can keep PN. Next, the word ecosystem was first used by the 1953 by A.G. Townsley as a British botanist and ecologist. These are the points. Are you understand? Next, Nature works as a system which organisms and their communities are influenced by many non-living environmental factors. So here the definition already they are given. An ecosystem can be defined as a functional unit of the nature where the living organisms interact among themselves and also with the surrounding of the physical environment. Here what he is asking ecosystem means what are the abiotic components are depend upon the abiotic component. Abiotic components are depend upon the biotic component which are interact to each other with their environment, that is called ecosystem. That is called ecosystem. Next point. Next point. So there is a feeding relationship between the plants and animals. Okay, there is an interdependence between the plants and animals for the space reproduction. Every organism you know very well. So competition more is there, because of that competition. Who is the winner? Fittest of the organism they can survive. Charles Darwin, he was written the book Origin of the Species. He was say that because of the due to that space purpose, food purpose, shelter purpose, every organism they have the competition more. Which of the fittest organism they can survive. Okay, here also there is an interdependence between the plants and animals for the space purpose, reproduction purpose and shelter purpose. Scientists describe the way energy move through the ecosystem. They used term as a food chain. So that means here you can keep in your mind. Okay, so this is the food chain, this is the producer, this is the consumer, okay, this is the decomposer. So actually that energy, always more amount of the energy is present in the producer. So when that consumer was eaten by that producers, so that energy they can go to that producers to the herbivores, herbivores to the carnivores, carnivores to the omnivores. When these are the omnivore, again they are dead and decaying, that energy again join into that environment. So that means here what is my point is, so scientists describe the way of the energy move through the ecosystem. That means every time that energy they can move to that producers to the primary consumer to the secondary consumer to the tertiary consumer. After the tertiary consumer, when they are dead and decaying organism, with the help of that bacteria and fungi, that again energy is joined into the soil. Are you understand? Next, several plants like algae use sunlight to make their food and are called producers. So producers means nothing but, what is the meaning of the producer? Which of the organism they can synthesize their own food? That is nothing but producer. All the green plants, all the algae are the examples of the producer. Okay, which of the organism they can synthesize their own food? That is known as the producer. Examples of the producers is nothing but all the green plants and algae. Consumers means what? Which of the organism they can depend upon the producers? That is called consumer. So in the consumer again divided into the primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. Consumer eat other living things, get that energy from them. Decomposer. Decomposers means nothing but bacteria and fungi. Bacteria and fungi. Decomposers feeds on the waste of the plants and animals after they die. They retain nutrient to the soil for the plant to use. Their cycle begin again. So next, very important point, mangroves. What is the mangroves? You know very well in our India that West Bengal is the very largest mangroves are present, where that fresh water and marine water they can joined together, that is known as the mangrove. That is not a fresh water, that is not a marine water. So this is the mixed water. Such a type of the water, different types of the plants they can grow, that is nothing but mangroves. Avinash, are you understanding? So mangroves are the one of the most productive ecosystem on the earth, deriving nourishment from the terrestrial fresh water and tidal salt water. A living community cannot live in isolation. Without plants we can live. Without animals, plants they can live. So that means plants are depend upon the animals, animals are depend upon the plant. Without isolation, we can separate isolation. So that means there is no plants, there is no animal. There is no animal, there is no plant. Both of them interdepend to each other. So that's why that point is saying a living community cannot live in the isolation. Okay. Next very important point, the existence of the living world depends upon the flow of energy and circulation of the material through the ecosystem. That energy always they can go to the producers to the primary consumer to the secondary consumer to the tertiary consumer. So that means a food chain consists of the 4 steps: producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. You can see producer, primary consumer, producer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. So that means each food chain actually 4 steps are present. In that first level is the producers are present, and second level is the primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. 4 levels are present. Next, in ecosystem we study about the changing occurring in the habitat, like organism moving away from the habitat or entering in the habitat. So many new organisms are coming in that habitat. Okay, so that is. Next, so it is thought that there are more microorganisms in the sea as there are the stars in the universe. So the world hosts 32 of the 34 known of the phyla on the earth, and ocean between 5 lakhs and 10 millions of the marine species are present. So that means in the world 32 or 34 phylas are present. In that oceans and marine 5 lakhs and 10 millions of the marine species are present. So you are keep in your mind in the marine system, okay. Otherwise in that marine ecosystem, especially ocean ecosystem, more number of that animals are present. Now classification of that ecosystem. What is that? Classification of the ecosystem. So in the ecosystem you can see, actually ecosystem is the natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystems are present. Natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. Okay, in the natural ecosystem, you can see here, okay, terrestrial ecosystem and aquatic ecosystem. What are the plants and animals are present in that land? That is called terrestrial ecosystem. Okay, which of the organism they can live in that water? That is known as the aquatic ecosystem. This terrestrial ecosystem again classified into 3 types. One is the grassland ecosystem, forest ecosystem, desert ecosystem. In the aquatic ecosystem again classified into 2 types. One is the freshwater ecosystem and second one is the marine ecosystem. Artificial ecosystem, can you say the example? Water, not aquarium. Park, crop plants, these are all the examples of the Ah. So artificial ecosystem example is the aquarium is the example, park is the example, and all the crop plants is the examples. So that means ecosystem classified into two types, natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. This natural ecosystem again classified into two types. One is the terrestrial ecosystem and aquatic ecosystem. This terrestrial ecosystem is again classified into three types: grassland ecosystem, forest ecosystem, desert ecosystem. Aquatic ecosystem again classified into two types. One is the freshwater ecosystem, second one is the marine water ecosystem. Artificial ecosystem, this is the man-made ecosystem. This is made by the human being. Examples of the man-made ecosystem is nothing but aquarium is the example, park is the example, croplands is the example. Is it okay? Next. Here some of the important points are they are given. Once you are keep in your mind. Habitat. Okay. Already habitat we are given to the definition. The dwelling place of the plants and animals is called habitat. The dwelling place of the plants and animals is known as the habitat. Habitat is the smallest unit of the ecosystem. What is the largest unit of the ecosystem? Biosphere is the largest unit. Okay, smallest unit of the ecosystem is known as the habitat. The dwelling place of the plants and animals. They are given. Habitat is the natural living place of an organism or group of the organism where the land and water are the major habitat. Next, ecosystem. Next one is the ecosystem. Ecosystem is the natural unit and has both the abiotic and biotic components which interact and influence to each other. Ecosystem, biotic components and abiotic components, they are interdependent to each other. That is known as the ecosystem. Okay. So, ecosystem largest unit is the biosphere, smallest unit is the habitat. The structural functional unit of the biosphere also known as the ecosystem. Ecosystem word first time used by A.G. Tonsley. A.G. Tonsley. Next one is the food web. Food web means a food web consists of the several interlinked chains and each organism in a food web is called. You can see already in your textbook they are given. Okay. So many interlinkings are present. Interlinking means, so first here, these are all the so that means like. So that means this is known as the producers. These are known as the consumer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. So like interlinking of that food web is interlinking of that food chain is known as the food web. Producers. Producers means in the food in that ecosystem. If you see in the ecosystem that first level of that organism nothing but producers. Producers are nothing but they can synthesize their own food. That organisms are known as the producer. That is nothing but plants. Plants are the only organism capable of the carrying out of the photosynthesis and producing food to all the living organism in the ecosystem. In the ecosystem, which of the organism they can synthesize their own food? That is nothing but producer. That is nothing but green plant. That is nothing but producer. Who are in the bottom of the ecosystem who are present? That is nothing but producers. Consumer. Consumer means consume. Which of the organism they are depend upon the another organism, that is known as the consumer. In the consumer already you know very well primary consumer, secondary consumer and tertiary consumer. Tertiary consumer. Which of the organism they can eat the plant and plant product? Herbivores. Which of the eat the another animals? That is known as the carnivores. Which of the animal they can eat the another animals? That is known as the omnivores. So that is consumers means the organism which consume the food produced by the plants are called consumer. Again in the consumer, primary consumer, secondary consumer and tertiary consumer. Primary consumers nothing but herbivores. Secondary consumers nothing but carnivores. Tertiary consumers nothing but omnivores. After the omnivores who are present, decomposers are present. Decomposers example are bacteria and fungi. Next, decomposers. Decomposers means some of the organisms obtain their nutritional requirement by the decomposing the dead bodies of the both the producers and consumers of the ecosystem are called decomposers. These are the decomposers are nothing but bacteria and fungi. Which of the organism they are dead and decaying matter they are taking, so that organisms are known as the decomposers. That organisms are known as the decomposers. Next, rodents. Rodents means rodents are the herbivorous or omnivorous mammals with one pair of the caesar line incisor teeth projecting from the each jaw at the front of the mouth and specialized for the continuous gnawing. Example, rodents also one type of that animal. Rat and squirrel is the examples of the rodent. Flora and fauna. Actually in the ecosystem, so one type of the plants is name is known as the flora and animals is known as the fauna. So all the plants at the particular place is called that is known as the flora, and all types of the animals are known as the fauna. Thermophilic. You can see the in the ecosystem actually more temperature, some of the bacteria they can live some of the highest temperature also, that is known as the thermophilic, describing of the microorganism that required high temperature around 60 degrees centigrade, that is known as the thermophilic. Mangroves. Mangroves already we can say, so actually mouth of that freshwater, marine water which are the combined to each other, that is known as the mangrove. Mangroves also one type of that ecosystem. These are the most productive ecosystem. Energy flow. Energy always they can flow from that producers to that primary producer to the primary consumer to the secondary consumer to that tertiary consumer. Always that energy flow from that producer to the consumer to that dead and decaying matter. After that again that is soil. Nocturnals. So some of the organisms you can see they are very active in the night time. Actually morning time we are doing the work and night time we are sleeping. We are a nocturnal. Which of the organism they can active in the night time, that is known as the nocturnals. The animals which are the active during the night, example bat. So this is about that total lesson ecosystem. Ecosystem. Any doubt? Huh? So this is the ecosystem. So remaining how many lessons are there? Okay, production of the food from the plant, production food from the animal, not for the drink, not for the breathing. Why do we fall in? Remaining 4 lessons is there. Yes? Okay.